Hello, I'm Stewart Jackson. I work as a family counselor. And families these days are in a very different situation than they have been maybe ever. With a global and international crisis going on, it's affecting all of us. We're being asked to stay apart, to stay 6 feet away, to not touch, to um, stay sequestered in our homes. And that seems to be the best way to stop the spread of this virus. Well, this is very difficult for all of us. Human beings are social mammals. As we need each other, we're drawn to each other, particularly those of that we're most alike. So to be apart from people we love or friends is very um, very hard on all of us. At the same time that we're drawn to each other, we also are a little bit allergic to too much closeness. I saw a tweet by a mother this week who said, as she's in the house with her toddler, she said, we've been staying at home now for 18 days, and my toddler has not stopped talking for 20 days. Well, that's the way it goes. Some of us manage by talking more, and some of us manage by shutting down. In a family, the family functions in order to lower anxiety amongst its members. We all like for our level of stress to be, down where we can manage it with exercise, meditation, prayer, communication, activities, things like that. But we are now living in a world where the anxiety that we're having to live with is now up to here. So we're all feeling a bit underwater in a way. One of the most effective ways to manage anxiety is through relationships. And relationships take practice. And if we haven't been focused on that for a while, then it takes a little grace giving to each other to realize, let's just do the best we can today and try to manage ourselves so that we can be the best participant in the family that we can be. In relationships, one of the key components is clear, open, relaxed, and safe communication. And I want to lift up just a couple of ways that people have found that communicating with our family members can go as smooth as possible. And the first is this, is to focus on I statements rather than you statements. I statements are statements to others in the family about yourself. I believe, I hope, I want, I need, I dream, I wish. You're speaking for yourself. You statements are about you should, you ought to, you are, you. A lot of times there's a lot of finger pointing with you statements. You're this way, you're that way. Most of us in families are allergic to you statements, and we are reactive to it. There's a good reason for that, is because when you're on the end of a you statement, the only place you can go is to either explain yourself or defend yourself. And in families, you don't have to do either of those. But I statements allow us to speak for ourselves, speak our own truth. Whether it's right or wrong, it's still, this is what I believe or think. Not that we won't change our minds, but I statements give the other people in the family room to say their I statements. This is particularly important between couples, and because they will set the model for the children. You statements to children that are critical. You are, you ought to, you need to, things like that, usually come across as unasked for advice. And unasked for advice is always perceived as a vote of no confidence. So it's different if somebody asks for your advice. But if I get a you statement that I didn't ask for, then it's hard for me, and I automatically react to it. So during this time of global crisis, let us practice being the best family member we can be. Let us speak for ourselves and our own position, our own truth, and give time for the others in our families to respond. I wish you well. I wish you safety. I wish you good communication. I hope you're 6 feet apart, even as hard as that is.